That's why the media was so scared at my rallies that we held with folks at the RNC, was that you'd have more than half the people weren't white. And, man, there were writers there from Mother Jones, Newsweek, Time, and they looked. I saw them looking at those crowds, and they were scared. They were looking at me, and they later wrote about it and said, this guy's got minorities listening. We're in trouble. That's right. Minorities want free market. They want prosperity. They don't want to live in communism or socialism. That's right. All right, I really wanted to focus in detail into what's happening with the Mexico megaquake that's killed 248 people at least, a lot of them children, because you bet your bottom dollar the United States is next. Those earthquakes are making their way up along the Pacific Rim from the south towards the north, and the U.S. is 12 years overdue, according to every seismologist we talk to. The USGS, they all admit it. The L.A. Times is running ads saying, get ready. So folks need to understand this is serious, and we are all in the crosshairs of this. It's bad for the economy. It just devastates things. A hurricane is bad. Earthquakes like this are extremely deadly, and they just wreck buildings and destroy infrastructure. And obviously, I'm stating the obvious here, but this is serious. Now, that said, I'm going to play an 18-minute boil down of Trump's 35-minute over-the-top powerful speech from yesterday, because it's so important coming up in the next segment. This is why we elected Trump. And you've got leftists and globalists gasping in awe and horror when he discredits socialism, when he discredits Orthodox radical Islam, and when he promotes nationalism. This is everything we've ever wanted. And it's not just words, because promoting the fact that socialism and communism is failed and oppressive and evil is the truth, and will further discredit it at a time when mega banks are trying to reboot socialism and communism because they're multinational, they're not affected by it, and they want to be able to use those oppressive systems for control as a new colonialism. Netanyahu's come out and said Trump's UN speech the bravest in 30 years. Absolutely. And you can say what you want about Netanyahu, folks. He's not trying to overthrow the U.S. He's rooting for our economy. He's trying to support Trump. They're trying to remove him. They're trying to put him in jail for his wife having the government chef cook dinner for heads of state at their house. That's what they're trying to put her in him. I mean, say what you want about Netanyahu. Everybody, it's just so fashionable to hate Netanyahu and not know why. That's the corruption? Is a government chef cooking food for the prime minister of Israel? Wow. That's like Colonel Schaefer. They tried to put him in jail for $45 cell phone bill to his wife because he blew the whistle about our government protecting Al-Qaeda. So a lot is happening. That's coming up. Incredible video and audios on Infowars.com. Hillary Clinton says she's the modern-day Paul Revere. You've got the bizarre footage with Morgan Freeman. Very, very sad, because Morgan Freeman's said a lot of good things as well. But what I'm told by Hollywood is he'll say whatever he's paid to say. The guy's made hundreds of millions of dollars. He's probably the most cast actor in Hollywood. I mean, he's in everything. And he says, we are at war with Russia. In fact, the exact quote here is, he says, we're at war with Russia, close quote, and he declares war on Russia. And, of course, that's financed by Clapper. Is actually on the group that financed it with the neocon Max Boot. So that's all coming up as well. And we've got the Kremlin's response to that. We have another powerful video. BLM and Trump supporters shatter divided America narrative. The Trump supporters just invited Black Lives Matter to come on up. They were just the useful idiots that had been financed. They weren't totally controlled. They realized it was all a hoax. And by the end, it was a love fest. And it's starting to happen all over the place. If it's actual Black Lives Matter that aren't totally financed and just don't know, and then show up and learn there's no KKK members there, then it absolutely changes their paradigm. That's why the media was so scared at my rallies that we held with folks at the RNC, was that you'd have more than half the people weren't white. And, man, there were writers there from Mother Jones, Newsweek, Time, and they looked. I saw them looking at those crowds, and they were scared. They were looking at me, And they later wrote about it and said, this guy's got minorities listening. We're in trouble. That's right. Minorities want free market. They want prosperity. They don't want to live in communism or socialism. That's right. We're winning the ideological war. That's why you're panicking. And that's why you're scripting myself, Ron Paul, Rand Paul they're trying, Mike Cernovich of all people saying we're white supremacist. That's like saying we're snowmen or something, or we're elephants, or we're walruses. I mean, it's just everybody who knows who we are knows it's a lie, and all that does is wake people up more. And then that's what's coming up. Darren McBreen put together an incredible compilation video of all the late night shows making fun of Trump, myself, and others for saying that there was illegal wiretapping. Now it turns out we were exactly right. They have royal egg on their pathetic teleprompter reading faces.
In ancient times, man roamed the earth in a constant state of hunting or being hunted. Introducing Caveman, where cutting-edge science meets ancient super nutrients. Secure your bottle right now at InfoWarsStore.com.